Yo, what up? It's James Anderson here, and today I wanted to talk about the magic that occurs when you accept responsibility for your life and the direction that you are trying to go in. So I believe that something crazy happens whenever you accept responsibility for whatever it is that you're trying to do. And the crazy thing is that shit actually gets done. Things just start happening. You go from being the person who sat around talking about whatever it is that you are, trying to accomplish, whatever direction that you're looking to move into, to the person who knows what the fuck they want and is out there doing what the fuck is necessary to get it. So for me, recently, this kind of showed up in my life. I discussed in a previous video that I've been talking about making this channel for quite some time, but I was kind of in a rough place in my life, kind of like down in a slump, and I just could not get anything accomplished. Little things along the way here and there I was taking care of, but as a whole, I wasn't moving in the direction that I was wishing to go. I was kind of sitting around waiting for this motivation to just strike me, for me to just all of a sudden want to fucking get up and do it and be willing to do what the fuck was necessary. And it never came. But what did happen is I came to a place where I was willing to accept responsibility for doing what the fuck I wanted to do. And oddly enough, once I accepted responsibility, my days changed. I went from sitting around, fucking around on my guitar, trying to, just waste fucking time until I went to work or whatever, went to the gym, to not having enough time in a fucking day for all the shit that I need to take care of. It's fucking crazy how it happens. Before, the only things that I was consistently doing was making meetings, making it to work, and making it to the gym. And the only reason that I was making it to the gym is because I had already solidified that habit in my life. I had gone long enough to where it was just second nature for me to go, even though most of the time I didn't even want to go. The thing is, once you accept responsibility and you start moving, you take action, you build momentum. You go from being the person who wants to do something to the person who is fucking doing it. And Brendon Burchard, in his book, The Motivation Manifesto, touches on it, and I'd like to share a few things with you from that. He says, "But freedom and greatness belong to those who master their day. They have an entirely different level of control over the agenda and direction of their life. Their day means something to them because they know each day gathers force toward a particular destiny." So basically what he's saying is that you're passionate about something, you have a direction that you want to go, you have dreams, you have aspirations, just things that you really truly desire for yourself, but you lack the motivation. You can't get started. And the thing is, getting started in itself, taking action, is what drives you and continues to build momentum toward whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. He says, "Let us make this day the day we take back our lives' agenda from the grips of conformity and distraction. Let us have our aim in life and move toward it swiftly and diligently. Let us not forget that our simple efforts and daily triumphs can gather weight and motion to become an unstoppable force toward a focused and free life." So what is freedom really? Well, my definition of freedom is moving in a direction in your life in which you already have the desire, to be moving. It's doing what you want to do. It's doing what you're passionate about. And that's not to say that, go quit your fucking job because you hate going, because we all have to pay our fucking bills. But it's working on what you want to be doing when you're not at work, so that someday you don't have to go to that shitty job that you fucking hate. It's following your dreams, it's pursuing your passions, it's going after, the things that seem out of reach. It's destroying those limited beliefs of what you're capable of and just fucking doing it. just taking action and moving forward in that direction and pivoting and recalibrating as you go along the way and just trusting yourself to get there. He says, "We barely make it through a single day without suffering browser blackout or app amnesia. Those long gaps in the day when we are lost in a long chain of clicks and swipes that steal our momentum and leave no trace of real purpose or accomplishment." So I know that we've all experienced this. You get lost in Facebook feed, you get lost in Instagram. You know, why do we do that? We're doing it to fill a gap in time. We're doing it to distract from the nothingness that we have going on. And the thing is, if you're on your purpose, if you're following your passions and your dreams and you're grinding shit out, then there's always something to be done. When you're moving in a certain direction, there's something that you need to learn. There's, you know, for me right now, there's a video that I have to shoot. There's content that I have to come up with. There's videos that I have to edit. I have to get them posted. I have the gym. I have my bodybuilding competition. I have my diet. I have meal prep, you know, and then all the little random shit throughout the day, like laundry and, you know, fucking cleaning your car, whatever it may be. As where before I would just kind of like, oh, tomorrow, it'll get done. Now, when I think of what I need to do, I fucking do it. You know, I get shit done instead of putting it off for another day. Because I put this fucking channel off for a year and it got me absolutely nowhere. And I was lost because I wasn't on my purpose. I wasn't doing what I believed, and it's my belief, that I should be doing with my life. I feel like this is the direction that I want to take my life in. And by following this path, it feeds me and it fills that void. And when you're chasing after, you know, that thing that you really truly desire, that thing you care about, then you don't run out of motivation. Once you build that motivation and you get things going and you have that momentum, you don't run out of it, you know? Don't get me wrong, there's days where you're going to be fucking tired, you're going to be beat, you're going to be worn out, but you're still going to get shit done. And even if you don't get as much done as you would normally get done, you'll still get things done, and you'll crash early, wake up the next day refreshed, and you'll be back on your shit. So be the person who follows their passions. Be the person who chases their dreams. Be the person who takes action, because that's what the world needs more of. I feel like we can all relate to a time in our lives where we set out to do something, we followed through, and we crushed it, and we had that sense of accomplishment, those feelings of pride. And the thing is, you can cultivate those emotions just by following whatever your passion may be, wherever your ambitions lie. You can cultivate those feelings of accomplishment and pride daily just by putting in the work and moving in that direction. Too many people in the world are coming from a perception of scarcity over abundance. And the thing is, in the world that we live in right now, in our time, in our generation, we have abundance. We can accomplish whatever it is that we're trying to do, and we have more options and more different ways of doing so than ever before, with technology being where it's at and the internet being what it is. So I'd like to leave you with this. Let us be bold again. In the face of any concern, we can remember that all we need is within, that fortune favors the brave, and that action alone will illuminate the next step. So if you have any questions or comments, leave them in the box below. Take action, accept responsibility, never settle, fuck the bottom, we're after the stars.
Fuck the bottom, I belong